Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katy. Today we're going to talk about being kind to ourselves. Now this concept is tied up with ahisma, the concept of non-violence towards self, and that's a yoga principle. So by that we mean that we need to keep love nice and close. So anything that drives love out is violence to ourselves and to others. In other words, if we have feelings of regret, shame, anger, disappointment, or any of those other feelings that are negative, that actually impacts on our body negatively. And it also impacts on other people in subtle ways. So that's considered to be violence towards the self and towards others. So we need to keep very mindful of our thoughts and check that we are sending out those good thoughts rather than thoughts of violence that injure ourselves or others. So the focus is on self-love and respect. So when we do our yoga, we do it gracefully and without force. And instead of criticizing ourselves for not being able to do something, we should embrace our limitations and enjoy our body as it is. So let's try that in our yoga practice today and be kind to ourselves. Let's take a lie down. So we're just going to walk the hands down the backs of the legs and extend our body. Draw the shoulder blades downwards and a little bit inwards at the bottom. So you might want to press your elbows in the floor. Lift the back up a little so you can get those shoulder blades nice and flat and the chest wide open. We're going to place our hands either on our chest and hearts at the heart center of the belly, with the elbows resting on the floor, or you can leave your hands by your sides. So whichever position you've chosen, let's just check into the neck. So lift it up, tuck the chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck, and drop your feet outwards so you can relax into the inner thigh and the hips. Start to focus on your breathing. And notice the belly rise with your in-breath and collapse down with your out-breath. Try to relax around your neck and your shoulders. And if you notice any thoughts going by, just check them to make sure that they're non-violent. Let those thoughts come and go if they wish. Otherwise, you might find that you just relax and enjoy the sound of your breathing and the lying down posture. Okay, let's bring our arms down to our sides and start to energize our body. So bring your toes forward towards your face and let's breathe in, bring the toes away now. Bring the arms overhead. Big breath into the chest, arching into the back and breathe out. Bring your hands to your sides and bring your toes towards your face again. Breathe in, arms overhead, toes point away and bring your arms back down as you breathe out. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathe in, big, nice big stretch, and breathe out, toes towards you. Lovely. So we should be feeling a little bit more energized with this lovely big stretch. And last one. Just pause here a little bit longer as you reach. Big breath around the rib cage and breathe out, hands to sides. Let's walk our feet to the end position and you're going to place your feet as wide as the mat. Have both knees pointing upwards and we're going to drop one knee inwards, keeping the other knee up to the ceiling. Then lift that knee up and drop the other knee downwards. So we should be getting a little stretch on the outer edge of the leg. And let's try that the other side. We're going to do it 1 more time each side. Beautiful. Now walk your feet in line with your hips and take your right ankle on your left knee. Bring your arms into a T position and we're going to lower that right foot down to the left side onto the floor. We're going to turn our head the opposite way. Now this is a level 1 stretch. Otherwise, you can tuck your ankle under your knee or your leg under the knee to make it a much stronger stretch. So test it out for yourself and see which level suits you. Breathe into your chest and remember to keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Now lift your knees up. We're going to change over to the other side. So left ankle on the right knee. And we're going to lower our foot down to the floor. Can you feel that twist? If you want to, tuck your foot in. Try and match the other side. Turn your head the opposite way. That's it, lovely. Breathing into the chest that's open. Okay, beautiful. Let's lift that knee up to the ceiling, uncross the legs. Bring them back in line with our hips and our arms down by our sides. Now, drawing the shoulder blades downwards and inwards, chin tucked in, we're going into a ramp position or bridge. So let's breathe into the belly, arching into the back, breathe out, navel to spine and flatten the lower back to the floor. Little squeeze in the bottom part of the buttocks and peel your vertebrae off the floor just one at a time. And now we're going to breathe in, bring the arms over the head, lift the hips a little bit higher and breathe out. Bring the hands down by our sides, roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time, trying to flatten that lower back or lengthen and flatten. And let's do that again. Breathe in, breathe out, start to peel the vertebrae off the floor, breathe in, lifting up nice and high with the hips and breathe out, rolling back down. Now let's do that 3 more times. Stretching the arms out nice and long and breathe out. So encouraging shoulder mobility. Nice stretch in the front of the arms and we're stretching our spine out. Let's try that one more time. And breathe in. Nice big stretch, lengthen and breathe out, rolling yourself back down again. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to bring our knees to our chest, just one at a time. Give them a nice big hug. And then let's extend one leg and lower it down towards the floor, giving it a nice big stretch out, then lifting it back up again. Let's bend the knee and change sides. So lifting that leg up to the ceiling, then lowering it down towards the floor. And let's lift it up again and bend the knee. Beautiful. This time we're going to extend both legs up to the ceiling. Now tighten your tummy, lengthen your legs. If you find you can't lengthen your legs, have a little bend in the knees. Okay, beautiful. Now you might want to hold the backs of your legs if they feel a little bit heavy and your tummy can't manage to hold them and keep nice and flat. Otherwise, if this is quite comfortable for you, bring your arms over your head, making sure the fingernails are touching the floor. You can have your arms wide or arms in a stop sign position, whichever you can manage. So nice flat tummy, don't let it dome up. Let's take a few breaths here. So eyes open or closed, whichever's most comfortable. Your shoulder blades are drawn downwards and inwards, so the neck is quite free and comfortable. Okay, so let's take the hands, place them behind the knees, bend the knees, lift the head, drop the chin to chest, relax those shoulders and roll yourself up to a seated position. Now I'm going to just place my hands behind me, come up onto my toes, perhaps I'll turn around and face you, and then I'm going to drop one knee into the side and drop the other one in. Very similar to the one we did a little bit earlier, except now we're in a seated position. Okay, let's do that one more time. Lovely. Now we're going to lift one leg up. So I don't want you collapsing down. I want you to lift your chest up, tighten the tummy, shoulders are down. Let's rotate the ankle. And rotate back the other way. Now let's work our knee. Okay, nice big circles. And back the other way, lovely big circle. And place your foot down. Let's try the other side. So remember, lifting up tall, shoulders down, tummy in, and let's rotate this ankle. And back around the other way. And let's rotate the knee. And back the other way. So this just encourages a bigger range of movement, and it's not a movement we're going to do very much during the day. So let's sit in a cross-leg position. Make sure the right leg comes in front of the left and just the hands on the knees. We've got hip circles. So let's breathe in, circle forward, and breathe out to lean back. Let's check into the hips, make sure they're moving easily. So this should be quite a comfortable move, but if you do find any spots that stick, just work gently through those. Remember, we're practicing non-violence today towards our body, and we need to be kind to ourselves. So change the cross of your legs, and let's change the direction of the circle. Breathe in for half your circle, and breathe out for the other half. Beautiful. Now we're going to extend our legs to the side and take a lie down, resting the head on the arm. We're going to keep a little bit lifted up through the side. We're going to extend the top arm forward, just in line with our shoulder. Now with our index finger, we're going to trace a circle. Breathe in for half the circle. Look at the hand, and then breathe out. Draw that circle around your hip and bring it forward. So let's do that again. Trace it with your finger over your head. Breathe in. Open your chest right up and then breathe out. Finishing off that half circle. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in and breathe out. This is wonderful again for shoulder mobility. Let's circle the arm the opposite direction. And again, sweeping over the hip and over the head. And let's finish off our last one. Lovely. All right, we're going to lift up, or no, we're going to extend our legs first. Make sure you're still lifted up through the side. Then lift your hand up to the ceiling, your top hand. Have your feet flat so that it helps your balance. Lift your leg up, hold the back of the leg for a stretch, or you can hold your big toe. And remember to bring your shoulders down and your tummy in, hold the leg up and take a stretch. All right, we're going to float that leg down and come onto our elbow. I want you to make sure that your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Keep your toes forward. Okay, now we're going to lift our rib cage up. So we don't want any sagging down like this. You need to lift up, come out of the neck so the shoulder is right away from the ear. Rib cage is lifted. Bring your hand to your side. Now this is going to cause you to squeeze a little bit around the waist and stretch on the bottom side or the lower side of your waist. If you want to increase that stretch, lift up onto your hand and bring it a little bit further away, but remember, shoulders down, tummy in, hand resting. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, bring the hand a bit closer, and by bringing your hand closer, you're going to increase the stretch on the lower side of your body and tighten the little squeeze on the top side of your body. And now we're going to lower ourselves down onto our elbow, bend our knees forward. Lift your top hand up. We're going to breathe in, make sure the elbow is still directly under the shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Dive your hand underneath your waist, reach through. Breathe in, lifting your arm up And breathe out. Dive your hand underneath. Now that's level 1. Level 2, lift your hips up. Breathe in, breathe out. Tighten the tummy, extend the arm underneath. And again. If you can, we're going to extend the top leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach under. Breathe in to lift and breathe out to go under. So our last level is in a side plank. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in to lift, breathe out to reach under. Breathe in to lift, lower your knees down. Beautiful work. And let's swing our legs around to the other side. Taking a lie down, resting your head on your arm, we're going to do the same shoulder mobility exercise on the other side. So bring your arm forward, your index finger, breathe in, draw a circle over your head, open up your chest, continue that circle over your hip to the start position. Let's do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the arm forward. Let's do that one more time. Nice big stretch in the chest, working into the shoulder nice and strongly. And let's go the opposite direction to balance our body up. So we need to make sure that we go both directions so that it will feel different for the shoulder and the arm each direction you go. And let's do that one more time to finish off our 3 circles in either direction. Lovely. Okay, let's extend the legs and bring the toes forward. Nice straight legs, hand on the hip. And make sure you lift it up through the side. Then lift your top leg up. Now you can hold the back of the leg, or if you can reach, bring your toes towards your chest, hold your big toe, but no shoulders up to ears. It means you're going a little bit too strongly. And remember, we're not trying to force our body today. This is a HISMA or non-violence, being kind to ourselves. So just remember that this, if anything's very uncomfortable for you, modify it to something you can manage. Okay, lovely. Let's float that leg down again, and we're lifting up onto the elbow, elbow directly under shoulder, toes towards you, and we're balancing. So rib cage is lifted, shoulder is down, and we've got just the gentle little squeeze in the top side of the waist, a little stretch in the lower side of the body. Coming to a level 2 position if you're quite comfortable. Keeping your balance. Slide your hand a bit closer if you can manage a bigger squeeze in the top side and a bigger stretch in the lower side of the body. Okay, let's lower ourselves down onto the elbow, bend the knees, and lift the top hand up. Breathe in, reach up. So lift up your rib cage as well, reach up to the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Dive your hand underneath your waist, reach behind you. And let's breathe in, open the chest, breathe out, dive the hand underneath. Breathe in, lifting up. Now we're going to do level 2, lifting our hips. Breathe in and breathe out, reach under. Breathe in to lift and breathe out, reach under. And level 3, extend your leg. Breathe in and breathe out, reach under. Let's do that another time. Let's increase the intensity of this move into a full side plank. Breathe in, breathe out, reach under. One more time. Beautiful. And let's lower the hips down. Now bring yourself into a seated position. Let's extend our legs. All right, now let's bring our foot into position. So we're going to take our right leg, bring the foot to the thigh. Now if you find that's enough for you today, stay here. Otherwise, join me by placing your ankle on your knee. Remember to bring your toes forward to look after the knee. Your other toes also need to come forward. And we're going to lift up nice and tall, drop the shoulders down, Pull the tummy in and lean forward. Now this might already be a strong enough stretch for you, so you can place your hands on your shin. Relax your shoulders, remember, nice and soft in the shoulders. We're working into the hip, the right hip, giving it a nice stretch and stretching through the left leg, the back of the left leg. If you can hold your foot quite comfortably, remember we're being kind to ourselves. We're not forcing ourselves, so shoulders are not lifting up to the ears, we're not overstretching. Keeping the shoulders down, the tummy in, and just placing the hands wherever it's most comfortable. Let's take a few breaths here. Now breathe right down to your belly and into the lower back. And you'll find a little bit of pressure into your leg muscles when you breathe in. Now let's slide our hand up. And we're going to twist. So taking the right hand, take it behind your back, lift up nice and tall, turn it into a fist, lift up tall, and take the left hand outside your knee. Let's breathe in, lift tall, breathe out, and look in front of the shoulder. Now for those who'd like to challenge themselves a little bit more, you're going to take the hand that's behind your back, the hand that's on the floor behind your back, and wrap it around your waist. Shoulders are down, tummy in, keep looking in front of your shoulder. And in this way you increase the intensity of the twist by making sure you support yourself with your back muscles. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to take that left hand from outside our knee, place it palm up onto the left shin. And then we're going to turn sideways to the right and lean towards the big toe. So we're in our side stretch. If you can, hold your big toe with your index and middle finger. And you can lift your back hand up to the ceiling and over for a side stretch to increase the stretch on the right side of the body. Otherwise, you can hold your big toe, keep looking to the right at your knee and beyond. Okay, beautiful. Let's release and lift back up. Now from here, we're going to stretch a little bit more into that hip. So you can stay here and lean forward for your level 1 position, or you can bend your knee, take the hands behind you, fingers point forward. Now I want you to draw your spine up tall. You will not get much stretch if you have a rounded back. So I want you to lift up tall, looking forward. Draw the shoulders down, lift the chest up, hug your shoulder blades together and draw your waist in. That's it, breathe into the chest. You can also join me for a level 3 position of lifting your hips up. Keep your chest open. If you collapse your chest down, your hips drop. So you want to widen your chest, squeeze into your buttocks. Drop your knee a little bit wider if you can and pick your head position that's most comfortable. So chin to chest, gazing up or lower your head back, but just in line with your spine rather than dropped right down. Breathe into the belly. And then lower your hips back down. Beautiful. Let's try that on the other side. So let's extend the right foot forward and bring the left foot to the thigh. That's it, lovely. Sitting up tall. Or join me with level 2 position. Sitting a little bit forward on the sit bones. Toes towards your knee. And your extended leg toes towards you and pointing up to the ceiling. Do take note of what direction they're going. Okay, let's lean forward. See if that's a strong enough position for you. If it is, stay here. Otherwise, hold your foot if that's quite comfortable without any straining. Remember to be kind to yourself. No shoulders lifting, no tightening of the back and squeezing your body in uncomfortable positions. And let's take several breaths here. Alright, slide your hand up. Now we're going to take the right arm behind our back, turn it into a fist, lift your spine up tall, tummy in, and your right hand outside your knee. So let's lift up tall and gaze at the just in front of the shoulder is a good position. Now for those who want that increased challenge, take your hand that's behind you, your left hand, and wrap it around your back. Lift up really tall Keep the tummy in, shoulders stay down, don't let those shoulders lift up to your ears. Otherwise you'll need to put your hand back on the floor. Okay, now let's release just a little bit, enough to bring the right hand on top of the right shin. So we're going to lean sideways. So looking towards the left, we're leaning forwards to our big toe. You can hold your big toe if you want to with your index and middle finger. You can also lift your back arm up to the ceiling and over your head for a side stretch, or you can hold your big toe, just depending on where you can reach. Breathe into the side of your body that's stretching. And let's lift ourselves back up again. Place the hand down. Staying in this position if you want to, or a little bend in the knee, hands behind the back. Draw the spine up tall, and as you draw the spine up tall, draw the shoulders away from the ears and draw the navel in. Toes towards the knee. You can stay in this position or bring your foot a little closer and lift up into tabletop. Drop your left knee out a little if you can. Lift your hips just a little higher and widen your chest by hugging those shoulder blades together at the back. Pick your head position. Breathe into the belly. And let's take a seat. Okay, lovely. Now let's extend the legs forward and bring the toes towards you. Now we're going to do a sun salute, but we're going to start in a seated position. It's going to have modifications in it. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, we're going to slide the hands behind us, shoulders down, chest lifted. So if you do place your palms down on the floor, make sure there's no pressure through your palms. You want to make sure that your tummy and your back muscles are holding you up. Let's take a few breaths here. All right, beautiful. Now we're going to walk our hands forward just in front of our hips. Turn your hands into fists and press them down. Draw the shoulders down, lift the hips up. Tighten the tummy. Now if you can't lift your hips, that's okay. Just do a forward bend. Now if you are joining me, you're going to lift one leg up, your right leg up, tighten your tummy to lift the leg, then lower it down. Let's lift the other one up, tighten the tummy, lift it up. That's it, beautiful. Lower it down. Now let's lower the hips down again. Great work. Breathe in, reach the arms up to the ceiling, palms forward, breathe out, and bring your hands down just to shins anywhere along your legs, or you can hold your big toes or around your feet, depending on your flexibility. But I want your shoulders down, tummy in, chin to chest, so it's nice and soft around the neck and shoulders. And remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to enjoy your body as it is with its limitations, and be happy that you're able to do the things that you do today. Keep that self-love going in each move. Okay, so now we're going to walk our hands up our legs, and we're going to bend those knees and take the hands behind the knees. Shoulders are down, tummy in, and we're going to lift one foot up and then the other into boat pose. Now we're going to roll back, just make sure I've got enough space to do that. Shoulders down, tummy in. If you don't wish to roll, you don't need to roll. But first of all, we're going to start with our boat pose. So extend the arms forward. So any variation is fine. Your toes can be on the floor. You can still hold your legs. So let's place the hands behind the knees now, tummy in, round the back out, roll up, tuck the toes down, and then roll back again. Keep the head lifted, toes down, keep the back nice and round so you can actually roll. Now this time we're going to lift into a boat pose and extend the arms forward again. Now take the hands behind the knees again. We're going to roll back and lift up. Tap your toes down. Let's Let's roll back again. And you can tap your toes down. We're going to do it one more time. Roll back, and this time, extend your legs up. Lift your arms up to the ceiling. That's it, beautiful. Now we're going to float our hands down behind our back and then lower the feet down, coming into tabletop. So level 1 tabletop is lift your chest up, widen the chest, tummy in. Level 2, you're going to lift your hips up into a full tabletop. So looking forward or gazing up diagonally, perhaps even dropping the head back. And you need to keep the chest nice and wide and the buttocks firm. Breathe into your belly. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a seat. Come into a cross-leg position, right leg in front of left. Breathe in, reach your arms up, palms forward. Breathe out, lower the hands down. If you can, lower your elbows down, right next to your shins. Tuck your tummy in and drop your head down. Breathe into your back. Stretch your back muscles with your breath. Okay, now let's lift up. Now I'm going to turn sideways because it's going to be easier to demonstrate these moves. Rolling forward and then, otherwise legs out to sides, lay on your front. Bring your arms into a T position. Your chin can be on the floor. Now draw your navel up, tummy up, a little squeeze in the bottom of the buttocks, pubic bone pressing on the floor, and we're going to lift one arm up, so we're stretching in the chest. Lower it down, lift the other arm up, nice big stretch in the chest. Let's do that one more time each side. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now we're going to do the same with our legs. So lift the leg up, swing it across, and then lower it down. Try the other leg, lift up, swing across, and lower it down. This time it's a scorpion, so lift your leg up, bend your knee, tap your toe down, turn your head the opposite direction to your foot. So you should feel that twist and a nice stretch in the hip. Now lift that leg up, lower it down. Let's try the other side. Lift the leg up, bring it across, bend the knee, turn the head the opposite direction. Let's breathe. Now bring your leg back down. Slide your hands in. You're going to lift up onto your right elbow. Bring your fingers in line with your left shoulder. Now I want you to try and get your body weight in the center, not on your right shoulder, but in the center. Shoulders are downwards, tummy's lifted. You're going to bend your right knee. Take your left hand behind, hold the foot. Can you see what I'm doing here? Pressing the foot into the hand like a bow. So you're stretching your thigh but keeping your body weight in the center. Don't rest heavily on your right shoulder. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to release. Bring the hands under the chest. Now, for those strong people, you can go straight into a plank from here. Otherwise, you're going to pop your knees down, lift yourself up at the pace you can manage. Now, shoulders towards hips, hug the bottom of the shoulder blades together. Tighten the tummy, give a little squeeze in the bottom of the buttocks so you can work your waist a little bit more strongly. Look a little bit forward. And let's take 3 breaths here. Build some upper body strength. Lift your hips into down dog. If you need to bend your knees to lift your hips, do, because that will stop any twinges in the lower back. Okay, tighten the tummy, shoulders towards hips, move your chest towards your thighs. Let's walk the heels up and down to stretch the ankles and the calves.
Okay, lower both heels down. We're going to step the feet towards each other and lift the right leg up. Now, 5 toes point at the floor, squeeze the butt, chest towards the thighs. Don't let your foot rotate out sideways. You need to keep it nice and straight. Lunge your foot between your hands. We're coming into high lunge, so make sure you have your feet just that hip width apart. Sweep your arms up. Okay, beautiful. Roll the shoulders back, draw them down, reach up. Bring them further back if you can. Okay, so we're going to bring the arms out to the side. So rotate your palms outwards, lower them down, and we're going to rotate our hips. So we're now in a triangle position. Oops, straighten your front leg. Ready for triangle. Breathe in, reach forward. Breathe out, windmill the arms into a T position. Tighten the tummy. Squeeze the buttocks a little bit and bring it forward. Tuck between the legs. Shoulders towards the hips. Remember not to lock your front knee. Your inner thigh of your front leg should be stretching if you switched on your hips. Now let's bend the front knee. We're in a side angle pose. If this is too low for you, just the elbow on the knee is perfect. Now we're going to challenge people who have been doing a yoga a little while, would like a little challenge. So don't feel obliged to do these moves. So take your top hand behind your back, hold your thigh, half bind. Come into a full bind if you're feeling quite confident. Hands around the buttocks. Okay, now we're going to come into a balance, so jumping the back foot halfway towards the front foot. Come onto the toes of the front foot. We're going to lift up and stand on the back leg. So standing up, that's it, keep your balance. And then extend your leg. That's it, perfect. Now lower your foot down, step the other foot back into your bind again. Lower your hands to the floor on either side of your front foot. Make sure your hips are both facing forward. Start to straighten your front leg and your hands can go on your shin. Shoulders towards hips, tummy in. You're looking for a pyramid or a flat back position. If you prefer, you can bring your hands to floor and head to knee. Now we're going to step our back foot next to our front foot. Hands on the lower back. Drop the head down, tighten the tummy, lift the hips a bit higher. Lift your hands up. You can just leave your hands on your lower back or link your fingers. Press the palms together and lift your arms up. So preferably press your palms together so you're not pulling into your wrists. Knees a little soft to get the best stretch in the backs of the legs. Now lower the hands to the lower back, bend the knees, chair pose, lift your arms up, reach up to the sky. Deep breath in and breathe out, hands to chest. And we go, deep breath in and out. Now we're going to breathe in, sun salute, breathe out, come into a narrow squat down or just come down any way you can. And I'm going to turn face you again and extend my legs. Lifting up nice and tall. Going to slide the hands behind us. Just rest your fingers down, chest lifted, shoulders down, tummy in. So this is a lovely back strengthening exercise. Beautiful. Now we're going to lean forward, turn our hands into fists just in front of our hips, lift the hips up, This time we're lifting the left leg up, lower it down, lift the right leg up, and lower it down. And if you want to, lift both legs up. I shall watch you. That's it, and we're going to lower our hips down. Breathe in, reach up, palms forward, breathe out, bend forward. Shoulders soft and comfy, hands on shins. Hold big toes or hands around feet. Do not feel at any time you must go to the furthest extent. Remember, we're practicing ahisma, the non-violence towards yourself. And we're being kind to ourselves, enjoying any position that we can get ourselves in and stretching gently into the muscles. Okay, beautiful. Walk your hands back and let's bend the knees. And this time we're going to do one little roll back. You can leave the roll out if you wish. Okay, so rolling back and lifting up into boat pose. Extend your arms forward. And next time, hands behind the knees, roll back, and this time lifting the legs up towards the ceiling, lifting the arms up nice and high. And then float the hands behind you, float the feet down, lift the hips up. Widen the chest, pick your head position. Breathe into the belly. And then lower your hips down. Okay, we're going to cross our legs, bringing the left leg in front of the right. Now let's breathe in, lifting up, breathe out, bend to the side, then lower your right hand down, breathe in and breathe out, lift, breathe in, down, breathe out, lift your hand up, tap the other fingers, breathe in, lower that hand, breathe out, fingers touch. Let's do that 2 more times. Last one. Breathe in, breathe out, bend to the other side. Breathe in, tap your fingers down. Breathe out, tap the fingers. Let's keep going. Can we feel that lovely stretch in the side of our body as we continue to just move our hand gently up and down? Let's do that 2 more times. Last one. And lifting up. This time, I'm going to turn around and face this side as I roll onto my front. Bring your arms into a T. Let's lift our right arm up, stretch the chest and lower it down. Stretch the other side and lower it down. Let's do it 1 more time, each side. That's it, beautiful. And other side. Now the legs. Leg lifts and stretch into the hip, lower the leg down. Let's stretch the other side, nice big stretch. 1 more time each side, big stretch. That's it, beautiful. And last one. All right, scorpion, lift the leg up, bend the knee, tap down. Turn your head the opposite direction to where your foot taps down. Lead around the hip, squeezing into the buttocks. Now let's float that leg down, changing sides, lift it up, tap down. And then lower the leg down. Bring your hands under your chest, lift up. And let's take the left elbow under the left shoulder and the fingers lined up with the right shoulder. Bend the left knee, take the right hand, hold the top of the foot, press the foot into the hand, shoulders are downwards, making sure we are lining the centre of our chest up with the middle of our arm. So we're not leaning to the side at all. Okay, lower yourself down. Beautiful. Now from here, we're coming into plank. So plank up if you can. If you're not able to, just on knees and lift up. Shoulders towards the hips, tummy firm. Squeeze a little bit into the buttocks. Now you can soften knees to lift up to down dog, and that will make sure that your lower back stays comfy at all times. All right, beautiful. Shoulders towards hips, tummy in, chest towards thighs. Let's step our feet together. This time, lift the left leg up, three-leg dog, chest towards the thighs, squeeze your butt, 5 toes point at the floor. Then lunge your foot between your hands. Make sure your feet are a hip width apart. Then swing your arms up, roll the shoulders back and draw them down. Lift your chin if you can. Breathe into your belly. Now let's rotate the palms out, lower them down, then rotate your hips and straighten your leg. Are you ready for triangle? Give your buttocks a little squeeze, tummy firm, shoulders down, breathe in, reach forward. We should be feeling a stretch on the inner thigh, the front leg already. And then breathe out, windmill into position. That's it, perfect. Nice big stretch around the top hip and side. Come into side angle pose, bend your knee. Otherwise, elbow on knee. Feel free to go back to your previous level. Now let's take the top arm, place it behind the back, hold the thigh, draw the shoulders right away from the ears, half bind. Join me in a full bind if you can. Try to look sideways. Now, if you can, you're going to join me in a balance by bringing the back foot halfway towards the front foot and lift up onto the front toes. Now, lift the front leg up, balancing on the back leg. Bring yourself to a standing position. Find your balance. And then extend your leg. Beautiful. And slow that foot down, step the foot away. And from here, we're going to lower our hands to the floor. Hands on either side of the front foot. Lower the back heel down. Start to walk the hands up the leg as you straighten the leg. Straighten the hips. Shoulders towards hips. Let's try and get that pyramid position with a lovely flat back. So mid-back needs to draw down quite strongly and shoulders towards the hips. Tummy lifts. Quite challenging if your mid-back likes to work hard. Otherwise, head to knee, hands to floor. Keep your front knee a little bit soft. Now, bend your front knee, step your back foot next to your front foot. Rest your hands on your lower back, tighten your tummy, lift your hips. So you're stretching a little bit more into the backs of the legs and around the buttocks. Try not to straighten your legs completely. So the weight is in the middle of the foot. So you can just leave your hands on your lower back or lift your fingers, press your palms together, reach your arms up. Breathe into your back. Now lower the hands to the spine, lift the arms up, chair pose, extend the arms up towards the ceiling, reach up. Breathe in and breathe out, hands down to chest. Deep breath in and out. All right. Let's give ourselves a little shake. Now from here, we're going to come into a squat. If you don't wish to squat, just go into a butterfly pose. So let's toe heel our feet a bit wider. Lift our arms above our head and breathe out, come into a squat. Beautiful. Now press your knees a little bit wider if you can. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Bring the arms forward. Point the fingers down to the floor. Nice big stretch around the back. And then breathe in. Lift the spine up nice and tall. Tummy in. Breathe out, extend the arms, round the back out. Breathe in, press those knees hard, hands to chest. And breathe out, bending forward. Beautiful. Breathe in, lift up. Now we're going to bring our hands down to the floor and come onto our knees. Now step 1 foot forward, so if I go back a little bit, I can step forward and you can see me front ways. I'm going to lean a little bit into the hips. Nice work. Take the hands behind the back. We're pressing palms together, linking fingers. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up and bring the hands away from your hips so you're squeezing into the chest. Okay, let's release. And we're going to take our left hand down to the floor and lift the right arm up, circle it up to the ceiling. So this is our lunge twist. You can gaze at your thumb up at the ceiling or look sideways. Then we're going to lift up and take the right elbow on the right knee. Take the left arm, reach it up to the ceiling, bend to the side. You can stay here with your elbow on your knee or you can reach that right hand down towards the floor. Now if you don't reach, it's okay. Shoulders away from the ears. Okay, beautiful. And flat the hand down. Now we're going to bring the front foot back. Now I'll face this way just so you can see this from another angle. I'm going to take the left foot forward. Now you can slide your knee back a bit for a bigger hip stretch or you can make it smaller. Okay, bring the hands onto the knee, shoulders are down, move your hips forward so we're getting a lovely stretch in the hips. Take your hands behind your back, link your fingers, press the palms together. Roll shoulders, draw the hands down and away from the body. So we're opening up into the chest. Breathe into your belly. Beautiful. Now release your hands, take your right hand to the floor and lift your left hand up to the ceiling. Gaze at your thumb or look sideways, perhaps even down to the floor. Just always check in with your neck to see if you're comfortable. All right, now this top hand, we're going to bring it down, rest it on our elbow, and take the right arm up and stretch over. Side stretch. You can take your left hand down to the floor. Don't worry if it reaches the floor or not. And breathe into that side that's stretching, that right side. Quite a strong stretch. And then float your hand down. And let's bring that knee back. Now, if you can, you're going to cross your ankles or just bring your legs out to the side. Take a seat. Take the hands behind the knees. Let's breathe in, breathe out, roll back down to the floor. And let's give those knees a nice big hug. Pull the tummy in and flatten the lower back down. So let's draw circles with the knees, just 3 times one way. And 3 times the other way. Now you can bring your feet as wide as the mat, drop your knees inwards or come into your butterfly pose. Place your left hand on your heart center, right hand on the belly and just give your elbows a little dig into the mat as you lift your shoulder blades up. Drawing the downwards, inwards, flatten down and just tuck the chin in towards the chest. Not too strongly, just so you can lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathing into the belly. extend your legs if you want to. Just roll your feet outwards. Your hands can stay on your heart center and belly. Bring your arms out to your sides, perhaps palms up so we can keep those shoulder blades flat. Let the feet drop out comfortably and the fingers curl. Breathing into the belly. Now you can stay here, turn off the video and relax for 5, 10 or 20 minutes and then turn the video back on and join me to finish. Otherwise, just finish with me now. Let's move our fingers and toes. Breathe down to the belly. Walk your feet to the end position and roll to your side. Lift yourself up to a seated position. Rest the hands on knees or in the lap. Tucking the chin in slightly and remembering our lesson of kindness to ourselves. Ahispa, non-violence towards ourselves and others, mentally, physically and emotionally. Lower your hands towards the floor, lift them above your head in prayer and breathe out. Bring hands down to heart center, thumbs on your chest. Let's take 3 deep breaths to energize our body. So breathe into the belly, rib cage, shoulders and back, and breathe out. Let's do that again. Breathe into the belly, the rib cage, shoulders and back, and breathe out. Take one more deep breath in at your own pace and breathe out. Have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Press like if you enjoyed this video and make a comment. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel and remember to join me again